Gojo came in this bitch on straight demon time. This nigga saw him and pointed him out instantly. That nigga said, this is the third time I seen your ass. I'm gonna kill your ass and get you out the way right now. I'm tired of seeing them shits come out your eyes. That shit hideous as fuck. He said, bring that shit. That man knew he was gonna be on camera because that nigga made sure his shoes was extra clean. Look how he walked up on the niggas. Came right in between them like, bitch, y'all ain't shit. Nigga, bitch, and chlamydia got mad as shit, so they tried to up one of his eyes, but that shit did not work. And Gojo was already predicting the future because that nigga knew they weren't gonna run the ones properly, so he threw that nigga on his back like a bitch, knowing he was gonna kick his ass, so he got scared as shit. And I know he mad as hell because you know his teammates saw that shit like, look at this, bro. You saw this nigga roll me on my back, and you still gonna proceed with the kick? You don't ain't fuck with me for real. So chlamydia jumps back, realizing his teammate don't fuck with him because he just wanted to take his hat off. Gojo proceeds to look at this nigga crazy, talking about something. Need a hand? You ain't gonna rip that shit clean the fuck off. He's in dear pain. Somebody help him. This is what I mean when I say they don't fuck with each other. Nigga bitch heard that shit and instantly went somewhere else to go camp. That nigga is not giving a fuck about his teammate. I was chlamydia. Oh God, if I survive this shit, we one of the ones I'm burning your ass the fuck up. I swear to God. Had chlamydia so shook, that nigga took the first chance he had and dipped the fuck out of there. And I'm convinced that Gojo was on crack because look at this shit. That nigga took 6 Percocets before he came to this fight. Chlamydia P game was like, hey, this nigga's on crack. I built for this shit, bro. Back the fuck up. Retreat, nigga. And Gojo think he at the playground because look at this shit. The facial expression this nigga got right now is a nigga just having fun. But get that nigga one chance to embarrass you, he gonna clone your ass right then and there. Exhibit 1, this nigga done got meat to face with this nigga looking at him like, yeah, you finna take all this shit. That nigga get in position and rips that nigga shit clean out, bro. It's like a horror movie. Hey, this nigga Mortal Kombat fatality screen. And he over here just watching this shit. I know he mad GETO gave him this mission because he could have just did that shit himself. But you the spirit must possess this nigga because why this man start spamming heads at Gojo like he gave a fuck about any of that shit? His sole mission is to kill y'all niggas and move the fuck on. And retarded must be in this nigga jeans because why the fuck he tried to sneak Gojo knowing that shit wasn't gonna work? And nigga bitch thought he would say his ass should just kept hiding because the shit Gojo finna do to his ass next is a straight violation. Talking about some, you thought I ain't hear that bullshit you was talking? You gonna put my face on the shirt? Bet I'll show your ass something. This nigga Gojo aura was so big, had nigga bitch against the wall, hoping this shit was all a dream, no biggie. And all them times that he was talking that shit, Gojo gave him one last facial check. That nigga said, I'll be the last thing you see. So chlamydia tried to threat Gojo with the hostage book. At this point, Gojo don't give a fuck about none of that shit. He got his main up in front of him and he gonna make sure he paint blood with this one. And I mean literally paint that nigga wall with blood, bruh. Had this man chlamydia second guessing his life choices while Gojo over here talking about some.
Took this shit from you, come get it back in blood.
So I had seen this shit, chlamydia is like, you know what, fuck all this shit and I'm getting the fuck up out of here. And you could tell Gojo's tired of this shit because why this man start walking this nigga down like he's Jason, not giving a fuck or caring or worry about none of that shit. He over here throwing bodies at him, doing anything he can to get the fuck away from Gojo. Not knowing he finna walk into the trap, this nigga did the reverse Michael Jackson and got down, having the people party like the Red Sea. And chlamydia thought that shit was really working. He was disappointed as fuck. Look at this shit. He really thought that shit was gonna work. And I really thought a new character spawned in, but bro, the disappointment I had when I found out that was his goddamn shoot, I was just hoping that nigga would die right then and there. But Gojo had this nigga so spooked, he just started running everywhere, bro. That nigga didn't even know what he was doing. So he did the most out of pocket shit and told Gojo basically where Choso was hiding. If I was Choso, bro, I swear to God, I would smack the shit out you because why you telling the nigga my hiding spot? So the train finally gets there, but little do the civilians know that all hell is about to break loose. Chlamydia happy as hell because he finally get a break from Gojo bitch ass. And I truly feel sorry for this man right here because he really thought he was finna go home sweet home, but nah, nigga, when he saw the shit that was in that train, that nigga jaw dropped. He knew it was over with. Got Gojo over here painting the city red. Got chlamydia over here spreading STDs by touching everybody. Got Down syndrome demons on my one-way ticket home. I really feel bad for my guy. And I can't show this part because YouTube will take it down, but just know they knocked that nigga head off. But the crowd started running and you won't believe who's right in the middle of all this bullshit. This is Mahito bitch ass. And I ain't gonna lie, this nigga pissed me off more than y'all not liking the video because how y'all get this far in the video and ain't liked it yet. Make sure y'all subscribe too and share the video. So you remember how in the beginning, Gojo ripped this nigga arm off? He did that shit again. And why the fuck this nigga has this smile like he doesn't get this shit ripped off for the second time, bro? Fans want to be Obito so bad. So Gojo locks in and hit the domain expansion trying to go into the speed force to save as many people as he can, but little does he know that shit is all part of their plan. They're trying to tire this nigga out. And I feel sad for Gojo because now this nigga tired as hell, gasping for air. And seeing Mahito again was the icing on the cake for that nigga Gojo. It was raps because this nigga started having PTSD flashbacks to this nigga. And that shit was checkmate. They wasted no time to steal that nigga Gojo. And that's my cue.